Hello students, now we'll talk about the new topic, and that new topic is soil erosion. So the new topic is soil erosion. So to begin with, what is the meaning of soil erosion? Like when the soil, we say that soil is getting eroded. Soil erosion. So what is the exact meaning of soil erosion? So children, soil erosion means the transportation, the movement, the removal of the soil from the surface due to the certain agents. Maybe the strong winds, maybe the rain, strong rains. So what is the removal, like how the soil gets removed, children? Actually, whenever the soil, the surface of the earth is not covered by the plants, is not covered by the vegetation, it do not have anything, no shrubs, herbs, plants, nothing is there, that means that land is empty, it is not covered by any kind of vegetation. So on such kind of land, especially when such kind of land, when the rain falls heavily, when the water passes very with a strong force, or when the strong wind blows, what is going to happen? The top layer of the soil, the fertile layer of the soil, the upper layer of the soil is going to be carried away, will be carried away along with the strong winds or along with the rainwater. It is going to be washed away and it is going to go away. That means it is moving from one place to another place. And this movement, this transportation or this removal of the soil from the surface of the earth, that means we are talking about the upper layer of the soil. So the removal of the upper layer of the soil from the surface of the earth due to the strong winds or rains, these are the agents. So that is known as soil erosion. So first of all, we'll talk about, I'll write the definition. The transport or removal of the top layer of the soil due to the agents like strong winds, or strong rains is soil erosion. So just now we have discussed the definition of the soil erosion. So what exactly is happening when it rains? Now this is the surface of the earth, and when it rains or when the strong wind blows. So what actually happens, when the trees are there, when the trees are there on the surface of the earth, or even when the grasses are there, when the herbs are there, so what is happening? This upper layer of the soil, this fertile layer which is very, very important for the plants to grow, this layer of the soil is it is tightly holded by, or who is holding? The plants. The plants hold this layer of the soil very strongly, very tightly. It is bounded by the roots of the plants, and when the water flows, when the wind blows, still what will happen? This layer of the soil, these particles will remain intact, will remain there itself. It will be bounded, it will be anchored by the plants. But in case when there is no vegetation, so what will happen? The surface of the earth is uncovered, it is naked, it is not covered it is not protected by the vegetation, in that case what will happen, whenever it will rain or the strong wind will blow, there is nothing, no roots are there to anchor the soil. There are no roots are there to hold the soil. No roots are there which can strongly, tightly hold the soil, and so it becomes moves, this soil moves out very easily. So this removal is only known as soil erosion. Now, so I hope now you all have understood the meaning of soil erosion. Now we'll talk about few of the causes of soil erosion. So now we'll talk about few of the causes of soil erosion. Now, what can be the causes of these strong, not strong, so what can be the causes of the soil erosion? So the first of all which I am talking, which we have discussed, is deforestation. So the first very important reason, and I would like to say that this is the only main and important reason why soil is getting eroded. And I just really fail to understand that by just planting trees, just by saving trees, when all the problems can be sorted, why aren't we doing that? Just by planting trees, just by taking care of the trees, if the problems big problems like global warming and ozone depletion and even the pollution, all these kind of big problems can be sorted, then why aren't we doing so? And it's not very difficult just to plant the trees and to take care of the plant for few months till the time they do not become independent. So it's not a big deal, but still we are not doing that. So the biggest reason which is responsible for this soil erosion is deforestation. Now when we talk about deforestation, children, we have studied that what is the meaning of deforestation. Deforestation means what? Cutting down of the trees. This we have studied in air pollution. So what is the meaning of deforestation? Cutting down of trees. So when the trees are being cut down, what is this? This is known as deforestation. Now, how does deforestation affects this? This is all I have already explained just now, that when the plants are not there, when the trees are not there, when no vegetation is there, the surface of the earth remains uncovered, unprotected, and that is the reason the soil is not strongly, firmly bounded. And so what happens? The soil get carried away. Yeah, soil become very loose. So when due to deforestation, what is happening? The soil becomes uncovered, unprotected, and get carried away easily. Now, all other causes are also due to the deforestation. Now, all other causes means what? Now, see, the second reason which is there is strong winds. Now, when I talk about the strong winds, I just said that these all are related. These all reasons are connected to each other, and mostly these all are connected with deforestation. So how the strong winds is connected with deforestation? Again children, the same reason that when strong wind blows and there's nothing which can hold the soil very firmly, so definitely the soil is going to blow off, the soil is going to move, the soil is going to erode, the soil is going to transport from one place to another place, and that will be quite easily done by the soil. So what is what strong winds are doing? When there is no vegetation, the soil get blown away by the strong winds. Now, so again just now what I told, that as the plants are not there, vegetation is not there, so when the wind is going to blow, so again nothing will be there to hold the soil. The same case will be there with the third point, and that is strong rains. So what will happen? Again the same thing, when the rainfall, when the rain drops will fall directly on the surface of the soil, and nothing will be there in between the water and the soil. So the force with which the water droplets, the rain will come down on the surface of the earth will definitely erode, will definitely take out the soil from that particular surface. You know, when the plants will be there, so what is going to happen? The force with which the rain is going to fall, that force will be beared by the plants. Now when the plant is not there, totally the pressure is going to come, the force is going to come on the surface of the earth, and when again the same thing, and nothing is there to protect, and so soil is going to be washed away along with the rainwater. So the same thing, that strong rains in absence of vegetation, strong rains takes away the soil. So the strong rains will also take away the soil. So till now what we have studied, we are talking about the soil erosion. What is soil erosion? The removal, the transport, the top layer gets eroded, the top layer is washed away along with the strong wind or the rains. So this is what? This is known as soil erosion. Now when we talk about the causes, the main cause is deforestation. When the land is not covered by the forest, by the plants, by the vegetation, then that particular part becomes uncovered and the soil becomes free, the soil becomes loose and get carried away easily by the water or by the soil. Now we'll move to the next reason, and next reason is human activities. Now what is left in the human activity when we already discussed deforestation, which is the most important reason for all the problems. So the next one is improper farming. Improper farming. Now, improper farming means what? See, actually, when the surface of the earth is tilled, plowed, when the loosening of the soil is also very, very important for the cultivation, isn't it? For the crop production, the loosening of the soil is very important, or is how the roots of the crops will be going down. it won't become porous, the the water won't be absorbed, the air won't be able to pass through, the microorganisms, the insects won't be able to be there, and the nutrients, the replenishment, the up down of the nutrients, like the upper layer, when we talk about, the nutrients are totally consumed. So when the soil is tilted, so what happens, the lower layer of the soil comes up, and along with that the nutrients also come up. So for cultivation, the tilling of the soil, the tilling of the field, the plowing, that means it is very, very important that one loosens the soil. The loosening of the soil is very, very important. But when it comes to the improper farming, that means when sometimes what happens, that the soil, the field is tilted, that means the tilling is done. Okay, the tilling is done, the soil has become loose now, but because of some reason that particular part remains unsown, that means the seeds are not sown over there, or the sowing of the seeds get delayed due to some reasons. In that case, what happens, if in an empty field, and on the top of that, when the field is loosened, when the soil is now loose because the tilling is done, so what happens in this case, due to when it rains heavily, when the strong wind blows, all the fertile soil is going to definitely move, or will be getting washed away by the agents of the soil erosion. So improper farming, that means when the field is tilling of the field is done, and the field is left open only without being sown, and that means the soil, the top layer of the soil is left like that only. In that case, what happens, children? The soil is free now, and the maximum fertile soil gets removed, get transported, get carried away. So the very like the care should be taken that if the tilling is done, when the preparation of the sowing of the seed has done, so the seeds should be sown, or else when in this kind of condition, when the tilling is done, and when in this kind of field is left unsown, when the seeds are not put into that, so the maximum soil erosion takes place from this kind of field. Now, along with this, when when we talk about the nomads and certain kind of people who live at one place, they use the that particular part for grazing purpose, for cultivation, and then they shift to the next area. So that particular part is totally spoiled by them, because they loosen the soil. And then what happens in this way, that particular part is now, due to extra grazing, overgrazing, that particular part is now barren. It's not having any kind of grass, it's not having any kind of vegetation on that. And from here, when the people move to the other part, and same thing is done, repeated at the second part also. So these kind of human activity also affects the fertility of the soil, or it affects the the quality of the soil. So what I mean to say is, now suppose I am talking about the nomads, children. Now this is the part A, where the particular species, the particular kind of people, the nomads, particular people, they settle down, they came and they settled over here. They are using this particular land, and they are using, that means what? They have their own cattle, and the cattle are grazing on this particular land, and these people do not take care. Many of the time it has been observed, I'm not saying that the tribals do not take care of the forest. They are the one who, take, I should say, the maximum care of the forest. So I'm not talking about the tribals. So I'm talking about particular kind of people who move from one place to another place, just in search of, maybe food or something, maybe job or something, anything. So they use a particular area, say suppose A. Now due to overgrazing, now this part do not have any kind of vegetation, even grass is not left. They have used the wood for as a firewood, so plants are also not there, trees are also not there. This part is totally vacant. Now it doesn't has any kind of vegetation. They have also done cultivation, that means the soil is also loose, and after doing all so much, within 6 months if they get shifted to another place. So now what is happening, this place has become totally vacant, so the soil erosion will be maximum in such kind of cases. So this kind of things also affects the soil erosion. So coming back to the point, improper farming increases the soil erosion. Now fifth one is overgrazing. Overgrazing. So this also just now we have discussed, the cattles, when they come and come for the grazing, they should be they should be not allowed to graze at a particular part to the extent that vegetation only get it doesn't left any sign over there. That means the grazing, the partial land should be developed separately, or if the particular land is being used for or as the grazing purposes, for the grazing purposes, then this care should be taken of that the land slowly do not get deployed, do not get totally should not become empty, should not become vacant, should be left with the vegetation, so that in meanwhile these grazing animals should be taken to some other part. So you might be thinking, just now I was criticizing this, I was saying that shifting culture is one of the biggest reason for the soil erosion. Now in second part I am only saying that these cattle should be taken to the different region, but there is a difference in what I am saying, children. That means the land should not be allowed to be exploited to an extent that it becomes totally vegetation free, that means it do not have any kind of vegetation on that. So if the grass is becoming less, then should be shifted to the another part, and this land should be allowed to grow naturally. Okay, so it should not be exploited. The exploitation of the land should not be there. So in this case, wherever the overgrazing is there, definitely that particular piece of land will get that particular land piece will be free of vegetation. The plants won't be there, the shrubs and herbs won't be there, the small grass won't be there, main thing. So the soil will become again what? Loose. So this is also one of the important reasons of the soil erosion. So now moving to the next one, I am not writing detail, I am not doing detailing over here, because like now it's self understood now, like overgrazing should not be or the overgrazing should be avoided. The cattle should be shifted before the land totally get exploited, should have chance to groom, has chance to develop naturally, and the land should not be exploited to an extent that the land fails to develop by itself. So that should be avoided, and even improper farming should be avoided. Now come to the next point. Now we'll talk about the sandstorms. Oh, I have used this chalk. Okay. Now when we talk about sandstorm, now this is the natural thing, This is a natural thing when you talk about the places like the Rajasthan and the Gujarat. You know, the sand dunes, like the big, the sand hips are there, the mountain sort of structures are there. So, you know, when it blows, when the wind blows very strongly, this whole particular structure, I can say the hip of the sand or the, you know, the sort of a mountain of the sand. If you ever get chance to visit Rajasthan, you will find over there these looks very beautiful, you know, but these get shifted when the wind blows. The sand moves, you know, gets removed from one place, and the hip is formed at some other place. So that is what, due to these sandstorms also, what is happening, the removal of the top layer of the soil, the transportation, the washing or the carrying away, or the upper layer gets blown away. So sandstorm is also one of the important reason why the soil erosion takes place, but this is natural factor. Natural factors in front of natural disasters, in front of natural reasons, the human being has always proved to be, like, we seems to be helpless. We cannot do anything, children. Even we talk about the cyclones or the volcanoes or the floods, we cannot do anything because you know, these things are beyond our reach. But when we talk about the reasons which we are, you know, we are the reason for those reasons. So at least that should be controlled. So coming back to the next point. So now the next can be the floods. See, when it rains heavily, the extra water which is not going in the river, that water get absorbed by the soil. It gets percolated in the soil. What's the meaning of percolation? We have discussed. Percolation is the capacity, the process of the water to be absorbed by the soil. So water get percolated inside the soil. It goes inside the soil, and that is very, very important, children, so that the water level, the groundwater table can be increased, because the water on which we are directly or indirectly dependent is what? Surface water, which also consists of underwater table. Underwater, that means underground water. So, you know, when the floods occur, when when the vegetation is not there, so what will happen? The water won't be able to percolate inside the soil. The very first thing when I started this topic, I told that deforestation is one of the major factor, and this is the only reason, like, because of that all other reasons are being have come into existence. So the flood comes, naturally the flood comes, but you know, when the forest will be there, when the number of the plants, when the number of the trees will be more, so what will happen, children? The water will be absorbed by the soil, because the soil will be there, and this soil will allow, the roots will hold the soil, and definitely when the soil will be there, the roots will be there, the water will be percolating, the water will get percolated inside the soil, and it will, you know, reduce the chances of the floods. But when the trees are not there, when the plants are not there, and in this case when it rains heavily, so what will happen, children? Definitely it is going to give floods. So strong rain is one of the reason for the soil erosion, and on the top of that, the frequent floods, frequent floods. So much is dependent on this. See, I'll tell you, when this part has plants, so what will happen? It will hold the soil. So first of all, the percolation rate will also increase. What will increase, children? Percolation rate. Percolation rate will increase means what? The soil will be able to absorb water. Okay, soil erosion will get decreased. Soil erosion will get decreased. Why? Because this will be holding the soil. Now it will reduce floods also. How the floods will be reduced? because when the soil will be there, the soil will be absorbing the water. So definitely it is going to reduce the floods also. So whenever the floods are there, the fast moving water also carries away the soil with itself, which is also one of the strong reason for the soil erosion. So when I talk about improper farming, again what is happening? Due to improper farming, suspended farming I should say, carries away the soil. Or suspended farming, see I am not writing in complete sentences. So suspended farming also increases the soil erosion. So carries away, or I will just rub it and write in short because now there is no place. Now overgrazing, now this is also what we have discussed, that the soil become loose, again the same thing. And is eroded. Now sandstorms, this is a natural thing due to which again the large amount of soil gets moved, transported from one place to another. Floods, large amount of soil